Hi, and welcome. I'm Ann, and I invite you to Yoga in Our City virtual studio. And this is sponsored by Kineticare. So glad you could make it today. And we will call this practice today as overall yoga, stretching, and breathing. Now, no matter what age you are, yoga is just an all-over wonderful kind of exercise, or I should say more than exercise. It's almost a way, not almost, it is a way of life, okay? Every single day, our body needs to move, breathe, and stretch. And that's exactly the gift that yoga gives to us. I'm a senior, and many times seniors think, oh, I can't do yoga. Have to be so flexible, and they do postures I can't even imagine. Well, welcome. When I was in my 20s, I was able to do certain postures that now I am not able to do. However, I modify all the postures according to my own body. And we also have a saying, never go beyond an ouch, because we do not want to hurt any part of our body. That's very important, very vital. Through increasing our awareness of our physical body, we become more and more attuned to each of our movements. Another way of expressing that is we become mindful of each moment that we move our body through the day. And we're also more attentive to the alignment of our physical body. For example, the relationship of our spine to our pelvis and our hips, how we walk, the whole system is all interconnected. So we need to move and be very aware of this connection. For example, if you hurt one side of your body, let's say your right hip, what's going to happen is you're going to compensate with the left side of your body and also with your knees and your legs. You're going to compensate for that area that is hurt or not feeling up to par the way it normally does. Okay, so enough talking and let's begin. We will start with centering. From centering, we will move into breathing, and then we'll go through some basic movements, stretches, and the synchronization of the breath with the movement. Now, I welcome you, if you'd like to have something to drink, if you'd like to get some water before we begin, that's fine. And also it's important that the mat that you have is clear of any kind of hindrances that we could fall over or hurt ourselves. I do recommend, however, a pillow, blanket, or I always use a block. And this helps to support my body when I'm sitting down in a sitting position. And I'll show you how that works a little bit further on in our practice. It's wonderful because when we begin to sit, we become very aware of our spine and the alignment of our pelvis into the different parts of the spine. So let's begin to take our blanket, or I will show you a block that I have, and I'm going to lift up and I'm going to put it under my buttocks. And we have two bony parts in the back, and when we sit on those, we could feel them by moving back and forth. Those two bony parts are called sits bones. And if we move front and back and side to side, and then come back to centering, we will notice that our pelvis is like a bowl shape, and the spine fits perfectly in that lower part, or our lower part of the spine fits perfectly into the pelvis area. So let's take a moment now to center ourselves. And centering simply means to be present. So as you center yourself, begin to bring the awareness to the shoulders and bring them forward, up to the ears and back. And now you're opening up the chest. And notice, as you're centering yourself, notice your breath. And we have a basic 3-part breath in yoga, which brings our awareness to our breathing. Now the 3 parts are the lower belly, and then we have the rib cage here, and then we have the upper, the chest. So what we're going to do is we're going to separate those 3 parts and be aware of where your breath is flowing from. Is it a deep, full breath coming from your belly? Or is it a rib type of breath, which you may notice if it's rib breathing, you may breathe more breaths per minute? Or is it chest breathing? This is a very shallow breath. If it is, we are going to mindfully try to breathe every day and practice this so we could begin to bring our breathing all the way down to our belly. So they're full breaths. And if it's belly breath, we will have less breaths per minute. It's said that some of the athletes that we know are breathing only 5 or 6 breaths per minute because they're breathing from the belly. So let's start with belly breathing. Take the hands, palms facing down, and place them on your belly. And you can close your eyes or you may leave them open and begin to inhale through the nose, and we will exhale out through the nose. And let's begin. I'll do the counting, you just breathe and be aware of your breath. Let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, just notice your breath. I'll do the counting. Notice your belly expanding. And on the exhalation, full breath out through the nose. And just keep going. And then relax the hands, palms facing up. And just breathe, inhaling fully and exhaling. And for our 3-part breath, or dirga, we take the palms of the hands, place them on the rib cage. And notice as you inhale, the fingers will separate slightly, and as you exhale, the fingers will come closer together. And let's begin. In the same, we'll do full rounds, 6 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And continue. And one last full inhalation. And exhale. And then palms of the hands back down, palms facing up to the ceiling, and just breathe. And next, we'll take the palms of the hands, place them around your clavicle, and you can extend, if you'd like, your elbows out. And again, we're going to notice with the inhalation, our fingers slightly separate, and with the exhalation come together. And let's begin 6 rounds of full breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, note the body rising, and exhale, and then falling. And one last full breath. And then place the hands, palms facing up on our thighs. And let's just realign our body, okay? Bring those sits bones again. Let's make circles before we do the 3-part breathing again, watching the fullness of the breath. So we'll combine upper, rib, and then lower. Notice how you feel also when you begin this next round of 6 full breaths. And then you'll notice if there's any shift when you complete the full 6 breaths. And now let's just move front to back, and again be aware of those sits bones. Beautiful. Let's take the shoulders, bring them forward up to the ears, opening the chest. You can place the hands, palms facing up to the ceiling, and we'll begin 6 full breaths. Let's start inhaling through the nose, exhaling out through the nose. One last full breath, inhale. And slowly exhale. And relax. And take a scan of yourself. Do you feel any different from when you began the breath work, when you first came on your mat, and now as we're complete? Just notice. Has your breath slowed down? Can you feel the breath flowing through your physical body? And now we're going to take our left hand and just stretch it. Take the fingers of the right and stretch them behind you and stretch over and try to turn and look up to the ceiling. And then slowly back down. And then the opposite. The fingers on the mat on the left side, and inhale, stretch up. And turn and open up the chest towards the ceiling. And then back down. And let's do this 6 times each side. Again, flowing breath with movement. Inhale, turn, and on the exhalation, the breath extends with the movement. And we can pick up the speed slightly. Final stretch on this side and the opposite side, turning the chest, opening it towards the ceiling, and exhale, coming forward. And now I'm going to invite you to just take the chin and bring it right down to the chest. And then open the eyes and look up to the ceiling. Stretch a beautiful elongation of the front of the neck, and we'll do this 6 times. Being mindful of your breath. With each movement, the breath connects with the stretch. And one last time, chin to chest. And then stretch up, open the eyes, and look up to the ceiling. Beautiful, back to center. Now we're going to move the right ear to the right shoulder, and we'll do it 6 times each side. And let's begin. Inhale. And the right ear coming down to the right shoulder, exhale. Back up, inhale. In, left ear to left shoulder, back up. Notice if there's any tightness in through the neck. Just breathe on the exhalation as you stretch. Then one last time, inhale, exhale, right ear to right shoulder, back up, inhale, exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Nice full stretch into the neck. Now I'm going to invite you to simply inhale And on the exhalation, just turn around and look over your right shoulder. And then the opposite, inhale, exhale, looking over the left. 6 times total. I'll do the counting, you just be aware of your breath and your movement. And one more time each side. Notice if you feel more flexible, your flexibility increasing. If you felt stiff like I did before I came on the mat, is the stiffness gone or dissipated? And then let's realign our bodies onto your mat. Whether you have a block under like I do, or you're simply sitting on a pillow or a blanket. Now we're going to bring the awareness to our eyes, and let's make full rolls with our eyes, going from left to right. We'll do it 6 times. Stretching the eyes, exercising the eyes, bringing the blood flow to that area. Then close your eyes briefly and reverse. Beautiful. Now this is for tired eyes. You close your eyes, take the palms and place them on top of the eyelids. So that's all you see is darkness. And relax your eyes. Beautiful. Hands come down. And let's now stretch all the muscles in the face. And how we do this is by saying the vowels and exaggerating each letter. So it'll be A, E, I, O, U. We will do that 6 times. Let's begin. A, E, I, O, U. 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 Last one. A, E, I, O, U. Great. Now just be still for a moment. Put a smile on your face. And now we're going to remove the block or the pillow, whatever you have under you, or blanket or nothing. And I'm going to invite you to take the right leg and just stretch it out to the right side. And we're going to do a nice leg stretch. Again, be aware of those sits bones under you, okay? And now we're going to turn slightly to the right, and we're going to inhale 6 times and exhale, coming down, stretching over the right leg. And if you can hold on to your toes, that's great. If not, just come down as far as you can where there's no ouches, but you feel a stretch. And again, walk or roll the hands up the leg. Inhale, stretch up, and slowly exhale, coming down over the right leg. Slide up. We'll do this 6 times each leg. Notice that each time you can come just a little bit further in your stretch. So do this mindfully, stretching the fingers out towards the toes, and gradually, if you can get the forehead to the shin, that would be great. If not, no worries. Slide up. Inhale, stretching over the right leg. Slide up, and one more time. So 6 times each side. Beautiful. Okay, now let's take both legs and bring them straight out in front of you and just shake them out. Sometimes when we stay in one position like I just did, sometimes our legs or whatever is staying in that position can kind of tighten up. So we need to baby that, take care of it. So now the left leg comes out to the side, and I'm going to bring the right foot into the inner thigh, and then I'm going to turn the body facing the left leg and toes, and we're going to do the same thing 6 times each side. Exhale, coming down. Breath with movement. And mindfully, just extend the fingers over the toes as far as you can without any ouches. And then slide the hand up, and again for 2. And 3. 4. 5. Beautiful. Now take both legs, and we're going to extend them in front of us, and we're just going to shake them out. And now we're going to do the full leg stretch. We're going to inhale, stretch up, and then slowly come down, flat back, as far as you can. If you can grab the toes, that's awesome. If not, you can grab your shins and come down on the exhalation as far as you can. You're going to feel a stretch in the back of the legs. That is the life nerve, which has to do with our flexibility of our body. Slide the hands up 6 times. This is our second. Full breaths, exhale, coming down. Now when you're doing these also, I try to engage my fingers, moving the fingers so I may stretch them out as I do these, so I don't keep them in the same position, okay? So I may, on some of them, keep the fingers close together, and then others I begin to stretch, okay? So we're working the different parts of our physical body, okay? Very important. And now we're going to kiss the soles of the feet together. And we're gonna first move into the cobbler pose, hold on to the toes, and just bring the knees as close as you can to the mat. And simply breathe 6 full breaths. Try to be aware of those sits bones beneath you. Be aware of your spine, the elongation, the stretching of the spine, the full breath in the chest, so the chest opening. Beautiful. And now we're going to bring both feet and legs out. Now you're going to take the right knee and bring it up to the breast. Hold on to the sole of the right foot and stretch that leg up. And this is the life nerve right here. Just stretch it as far as you can. If you can keep the knees straight, that's awesome. If it needs to be bended slightly, that's fine. Wherever you are in your practice. If you can only do a little bit of leg extension, honor where your body is. Over time, through the breath and the movement, you'll be surprised and delighted of how flexible your body becomes with the wonderful practice of yoga. Extend that. And now we're going to take the left knee, bring it into the chest. This we're only going to do once each leg. And again, feel that beautiful life nerve stretch. And then slowly bring it down. Now I'm going to invite you to just do circles with the ankles. Sometimes we do forget that our feet hold us up all during the day. So we need to take good care of our feet, our ankles. And then we're going to reverse the circle. And now we're going to go into the butterfly pose. So we're going to bring those soles of the feet together again, kiss them together. But this time we're going to hold on to our toes and we're going to flutter our legs up, 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 just like a butterfly flying away. Again, be mindful of those sits bones. Excellent. And now we're going to come on all fours. So this is what we call the table pose. The table pose is a wonderful pose, and the hands and the feet are your grounding. And the hands need to be right under the shoulders and the fingers wide apart. And now we're simply going to inhale and stretch. Look up to the ceiling, push the buttocks up, and then exhale down. We'll do this 6 times. Stretching and moving the spine. Again, connecting with the breath. Six times, flowing breath with movement. Beautiful. And then come to stillness. And now I'm going to invite you to keep the buttocks up and just slide the hands to the front of the mat until your hands are extended. And then just stretch. Stretch and move. And then come down, and we're going to move into a Sphinx pose, as we call this, and then just stretch up. And again, you can lower your head down. We'll do this 6 times. And then slowly back up. Exhale down. One last time, inhale, look in front of you, and exhale, coming down. Beautiful. And relax the arms by the sides of your body. You can have your chin on the mat or your cheek. Then we're going to bend both legs, separate them, and just hold on to the ankles. And just stretch the soles of the feet towards your buttocks. And if you can, simply raise the legs right off of the mat and the front of the body. Moving into a very simple bow pose, we call this, and breathe. We'll do 6 full breaths here. You may begin to feel your body rocking. That's fine. And then slowly, thighs down, and relax the legs and come down the chin on the mat. Next, we're going to move into child pose. So come on back up, stretch up onto all fours. Now we're going to relax the spine. All the movements that we just made, we're kind of going to do the opposite and just relax in the child pose, as we call it. Bring the forehead down and breathe. If you prefer, you can take the palms of the hands, face them up, and the arms by the sides of the body in child pose. Now this is a very grounding pose, and whenever you need a rest, I recommend always the child pose. Just move into it. It is so calming and it is so relaxing. So whenever you need a break, help yourself to one of the poses that makes you feel just calm and at ease. Now we're going to come back to all fours. Back to our table pose. And now you're going to slide the hands again towards the mat, the fingers, and slide down. And we're going to move into cobra. So the fingers and the hands, top of the fingers are parallel to the shoulders. And in the cobra, we're simply going to inhale and exhale. When we inhale, we rise up, baby cobra, or you could do the full cobra. And then slowly exhale down. We'll do this 6 times. Inhale. Exhale. And 6. Now really stretch up in the last cobra. And then slowly bend at the elbows and come down. And relax. Put your right cheek, if you'd like, on your mat. And then simply relax. Take the knees and bend and just move left to right. And now we're going to come back up onto table pose. And back to child pose, relaxing. And now we're going to slide the fingers again forward on the mat. And you're going to hold on again to the ankles. And you're going to do that nice, simple boat pose, bow pose. And stretch the legs out and breathe. And again, you may feel you're rocking. 6 breaths. This bow pose is wonderful stretch, all parts of the body. The upper chest is opening. You can feel the thighs You can feel the buttocks. Everything is working in this. And the last breath, inhale. Slowly on the exhalation, lower the thighs back down and relax. And now we're going to come around and just roll over on your buttocks. And let's begin by bringing the right knee to the chest. Inhale. We'll do this not quickly, but just do one after the other. We'll do 6 each leg, but we'll alternate it. Inhale for 2. Exhale. And then 3. Great, the 6, down and down, beautiful. Now we're going to slide the soles of the feet, bending the knees, and we're simply going to raise the mid-body up. This is the bridge pose. Wonderful stretch and a great reminder of how to properly breathe. When you do this asana or posture, you'll notice that as you inhale, the belly automatically expands, and as you exhale, automatically contracts. With the bridge alone, there's so many wonderful variations. You can experiment with your own body, so you wiggle the feet further apart and notice the difference in the areas that are being used, especially in the buttocks. Then come back, and the feet can become closer together. We'll hold this for 6 full breaths. And now when you come down, inhale, and on the exhalation, be mindful of each part of the spine coming down and sinking right into your mat. Oh, feel such a release. And stretch out the legs. Beautiful. Again, bring the awareness to the ankles, and let's make circles with the ankles. And as we do this, we can make circles with our wrists too. We might as well engage both joints, the ankle joints and the wrist. And reverse. Excuse me. Good. And then stretch out the fingers, stretch out the hands, open, close 6 times. And now we're going to bring both knees right up to the chest. And again, now feel that lower back. Oh, it just sinks right into the mat. And then let's make circles with the knees. And next, we're going to reverse the circle. And then we're going to take the knees, bring them into the chest, tired leg pose. Just stretch the legs straight up towards the ceiling. They say this is also excellent for varicose veins, but especially for tired leg pose, we call it. Now I'm going to ask you to bend the legs back down. And now we're going to come into a light rock and roll. And when you're ready, you can just come and sit right up, if this is in your practice. And then we'll come right back up. Beautiful. And our final posture before relaxation will be a spinal twist. So I invite you to let's take the left foot and bring it in to the right inner thigh, and then take the left foot, and what we could do is stretch it right up on the top of the left leg and just move back and forth for a minute. And for the spinal twist, what we will do though is now take the right sole of the foot and bring it in front of us in this left leg. We're just going to bring around, and we're going to take the right foot and slide it over the left leg. Now you'd like to take the left arm and just kind of stretch and bring that left knee close to the chest. And you can feel somewhat the twisting of the body, and then take the right hand, just put it in front of you, and then just slowly come and look around towards the back or to your shoulder. Being mindful and aware of your posture. The spinal twist, you're opening all the rib cage, the spine, and breathe into it. 6 breaths here. Beautiful. And then slowly come back around, and let's stretch both legs out and shake them out again. And now since we bent the right leg, now we're going to bend the left, and you could bring that right foot, if you'd like, right under, and bring that left foot over the outer side of the right thigh. The right arm wraps around, and then slowly come around to the opposite side. Again, breathe, 6 breaths. Beautiful spinal twist. Helps also if the fingers are closer to the buttocks instead of way out here, which you will notice that you're compromising the spine. You bring the fingers closer to the buttocks and come right into your spinal twist and look behind you or over your shoulder. 6 full breaths. And then the final breath, inhale and exhale, come back around. And then let's take both legs, untwist and shake. And let's inhale once again and slowly come over the both leg stretch. Hold on to the toes if you can. Bring the forehead right down to the knees. Again, feeling that life nerve stretch the back of the legs. Now we're going to move into a basic relaxation. And I invite you, if you like, you could lie down on your mat. Or if you'd like, you could sit up the way I am. I'm going to sit up during this relaxation, but please feel free to lie down. And if you're lying down, you want the palms facing up to the ceiling or the palms and the hands by the sides of the body and facing down. Your choice, okay? I'm going to walk you through a basic relaxation, okay? And we'll begin. So wherever you are, sitting or lying down, just again, connect with that breath. Just notice the 3-part breathing. Watch as your belly, as you inhale, the belly expands. And as you exhale, how the belly contracts. Just allow the flow of the breath to move through. And to keep your focus on one thought, you may just want to follow the breath as your focus point. Or you could just notice the rise and the fall of your breath. So wherever you are, that's perfectly where you're supposed to be. Now I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. Now bring your awareness to your whole body, just lying comfortably on the mat. Allow your toes to relax. Feet relaxed. Ankles relaxed. Shins relaxed. Calves relaxed. Thighs relaxed. With each exhalation, your body goes deeper into a relaxation. Relax your pelvis. Relax your belly. Relax your buttocks. With each exhalation, you go deeper into a relaxation. Relax your ribs. Relax each part, each vertebrae of your spine. Notice again the inhalation and your exhalation of your breath. Notice the rise and the fall of your belly. With each exhalation, you go deeper into relaxation. Relax your chest. Relax your shoulder blades. Relax your upper chest. Relax your clavicle. Relax your shoulders. Relax your arms and your elbows. Relax your wrists. Relax your hands. And relax your fingers. With each exhalation, your body goes deeper into relaxation. Notice the rise and the fall of your belly. As you inhale and exhale fully. Relax your neck. Relax your ears. Relax your chin. Relax your mouth. Relax your cheeks. Relax your nose. Relax your eyes. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyebrows. Relax your whole head. Relax the top of your head. Notice the rise of your chest and the fall of your chest as your breath moves through its full inhalation and exhalation. Relax your whole body. And then when you're ready, you begin to awaken. Bring your body and your mind back onto the mat by moving the fingers and moving your toes. And when you're ready, just move your head side to side very gently and slowly, awakening your body, awakening your mind. Connect with your breath. And if you like, you could remain in your position lying down. And if you're sitting down like I am, that's perfectly fine. And I invite you to take the left hand and place it on your belly and the right hand on your heart. And take a nice full breath, noticing the rise and the fall of your chest, of your belly. And then notice how you feel. And this is the end of our session, and I thank you all for joining me in this practice. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.